salt one. Gotta stop being like this.
I know people will talk. I need to go and buy some silage additive, don't I?
Yeah.
There's any in this right now?
Probably not.
There is like 15% straw, but it should convert that straight to grass as soon as I start picking it up. So
Right, so that's all the sorghum in.
So what else is in that silo right now?
Let me tell you. There is 71,744 litres of wheat. 45,488 litres of barley. No oats. 7,758 litres of canola. 28,000.
So we can probably take the wheat to the grain mill at this point then, because the barley could act as the backup if the sorghum doesn't.
16,764 litres of soybeans. Okay, so it doesn't take spinach. Or does it? So where's
Maybe
this?
if it doesn't, it doesn't. We'll just have to do what we can into the canning factory and then
So am I taking this wheat?
deal with it.
Did you say?
By the sounds of it, there's wheat and barley in there.
There is wheat and barley.
So I think in that case then we can afford to...
Obviously.
We can afford to take the wheat out, go and make that into flour, and just the barley. Because all my worries is if there's not enough sorghum there to last until we next harvest. Which there should be because we're not doing it seasonally, so it's not like we're going to have to wait a year.
No.
Which reminds me, actually, I think... I wonder if Field 12 could be a massive sorghum field. No, we can figure that out when we get there. The next field we plant after these, we'll just make sorghum.
There's still wheat in silo.
Yeah, there's more than a trailer load, yeah, I know that. That's why I was saying what's in there, because if there's enough in there, which there is. I mean, how are the chickens doing for food? Not looked at them for a little while. They've both got like 2/3, so that's not too bad.
Have you not got some spare food in that trailer that was on the back of the dragon?
I need to... He's not on... Yeah, but we moved the dragon, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. I mean, when I come back for the other wheat, do you want me to top them up?
Can do if you want.
What, with the wheat?
Yeah, you can do.
Okay, well, that's all that gone into the...
Oh yeah, the grain mill should take it all, because the grain mill got like 100 or 1,000 litre capacity, so...
Jesus Christ, there's a field that... Field 41 is full of frigging corn.
I think there was a contract for it, wasn't there?
It's not worth it. Probably.
No. I never really... Corn's not something I've ever really done a lot in the game, because it always needs that silly equipment.
Did we replant 4? No?
Yes, we did. I put peas on it, didn't I?
Oh, yeah, I think you did.
Right, so we've got, I think it's 16 grass bales off this field as it stands.
Yeah.
So what I'll do is I'll pick all them up. I'll offer them all to the sheep, to the goats first.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously whatever the goats don't take, I'll just dump in the storage.
Yeah.
Let's quickly while I'm part next to it, get this job done.
What are you doing now?
I'm gonna rip this gap in between these two fields while I'm thinking about it.
This is kind of weird. This trailer shouldn't connect to this tractor. Like this, I don't think.
Why?
What, the car trailer?
yeah, tractors have a standard ball hitch on them, or normally it drops onto you get like a little attachment one that drops onto their hitch.
Hmm.
To allow it to move. Because every time you see tractors pulling little livestock trailers and stuff like that.
True. Oh, this is barley that you're topping up with.
I can't remember, it was just whatever was in the silo, I think.
Yeah, well, they've taken whatever was in that trailer anyways.
No, fair enough. Right, so field 9 is reunited once again.
And it recognises an entire field.
I haven't tried that yet, we'll try that. I'm not going to start that till tomorrow now. Plus I need to get the bales off it before I think about trying to
That's true.
replant it.
Obviously, I will need to get that rice field replanted.
You know, say you can use the big 15-metre one for that. I'll set the AI off on this one with the little one.
Yeah. I'm just going to use a little bit of this wheat to top up.
Yeah. Well, I think about putting some diesel in this Massey at some point as well. It's on about a fifth of a tank.
Well,
I think I got rid of the tank on the yard, but the petrol station's only over the road.
didn't think we had a tank on the yard.
We definitely have one on the yard to view, but I think I got rid of it when I built like a... I think it was where the silo extension went.
Ah.
So he got deleted, he got, demolished to make way for something else. Way!
What did you eat?
Fence.
In my truck.
I tried fencing in a tractor and it didn't work.
Okay. Alright, so that should be that barn full of food.
Yeah, good job.
I'm just struggling to now get it off the trigger point because it's a rear steer trailer. This.
And you got stuck against it.
Yep.
I know they can be like that at times. It's friggin' annoying.
Think. Hey, let go. Where's the other chicken? Where is the other chicken?
It's they're both sort of side by side, aren't they? One's by the silo and the other's...
Oh god, yeah, you put that one there. Problem is, I think, like we said, when we decided to buy this farm...
Well, we built most of that. There was like barns and that. We demolished most of them.
Yeah, but we didn't really plan for big equipment and we didn't really leave ourselves.
Well, there is, because you can just go around the outsides. You have to remember, don't take the massive stuff through the bloody middle. It's quite simple.
Yeah, but I was topping up food.
Yeah, but you can still get in there, alright?
Getting out again.
That's why we're using the Dragon.
Yeah, I know.
And that little car trailer, because that little car trailer nips in and out, no problem.
Yeah, that's not so bad. But when the dragon's not available,
Well, it is. It's just sour seeds on it. It's not.
I know, but I had the full.
So I'll see how many of these bales these goats want.
I'm going to take this up to the. What do you call it?
The grain mill.
Yeah.
Right, so sheep took 11,500 litres.
The goats, you mean?
The goats, sorry. So what they didn't take, ironically, I don't think they took. Oh, bugger, I see what he's done. You know, I'm going to leave these on the trigger point, because if I put these into the pallet silo, it'll do our heads in.
Why? Because it's not full.
It didn't take from each bale, it took a bit from each bale.
Right.
So if you put them in the bale warehouse, it will list them all individually, because they're all different litres. So you just move yourself up to the grain mill now.
Yeah. Just taking that. Taking this wheat and then coming back to the
Is there any more in there? Is there any more in there? Or is that the last
No,
time?
that's all the wheat. Can we not
Fair enough.
Can we not actually find out what we've got in our silos?
What do you mean? Yeah, if you look at the time-saving stock check, it will tell you.
Yeah, but I mean generally.
If you walk up to them, it shows you. Otherwise, I think the standard vehicles tab. But the thing is, if you go into a time-saving stock check, then it says something like show storage locations. So it'll tell you not only how much you have, but where it all is.
So we have 25. Yeah, we have 19,937 litres of barley in the silo, but we also have 25,551 in silo extensions.
Yeah, well, that's part of the main silo, though. That's just it.
Yeah, canola we have 7,758.
Yes,
canola.
the AI is picking that field now back up as one field again.
Alright, okay.
So I've just had a look.
We have. Where's. Okay.
What's up?
Oh yeah, 28,421 of sorghum. So. Yeah. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to see that away from next week.
Yeah.
You could have got around that corner truck.
What, did he act like you were in his way?
Yeah, he stopped on the fucking corner. Asshole. He's there for beacons on one of the tractors.
Don't worry, leave them long enough to turn the cells off.
Game, why are you tanking a bit? That's
I just feel the massey up. Right, so the massey is now in position and ready to go. That's not going till tomorrow, obviously.
Did you... I need some more solid fertilizer.
Well, you'll need to get some out of the... Either or do you want just me to buy some more, leave what's in the thing in the thing?
Yeah, buy some more.
No problem. Another 8 bags at the store.
Could do that, so we could do with that. Being sorted.
I'll go and get it now. I'll nipple there and grab it. What do you want it for? What do you want it in? In
What?
the Amazon.
Yeah, it's got to go in that Amazon.
To be fair, we can top the other one off as well.
Mm. If you're wondering why the thing's going down, I'm giving the John Deere a bit
You're
of
fueling.
fuel.
You're fueling the big John Deere, I know. So.
Right. Well.
Well, give me a second. I'm driving to the store to get this fertilizer. So.
No, that's fine, because I'm going to quickly just nip downstairs. And I'll be back.
So, folks, hopefully it cuts to my screen at this point. I'm just seeing another 8 bags of fertilizer. The game only auto loads 6, but you can get the last 2 on the back like that. I mean, what's that? Each one of those apparently is, wow, 800 kilos. That's what. 16, 32, 48. That's right, yeah. 850, so that's 1700 in it. 1700, 3400, 44, 5100, 6.8 ton on the back of this thing right now. Now, if it's a 7.5 tonner, contrary to the name, it'll still be overloaded because 7.5 ton is wheel nuts and everything. If it's a 3.5 tonner, then it really wouldn't enjoy this situation. If it's not big enough to be a 10 tonner, I don't think. If it was a 10, 12 tonner, you're probably just about alright. But either way, I think he will be making this poor little thing suffer. And the way it's trying to roll itself tells you it's not entirely liking this situation. Obviously, I'll nip this over to the grass seeder that I'm about to set up tomorrow, and then I'll leave it over by the big one for him. See how much this takes. It's also where it's going to take it from. It's just the weirdest. Right, so let's fill that up. No, not you.
Nerd.
Who?
You.
Why?
I heard every word, you geek.
I've got to keep talking. It's true.
Oh, I know it's true. It's just the way
See,
you...
by the maths, I've got about 7 ton on the back of this thing.
Yeah.
And depending on what weight it's set to, depending on what weight it actually is, it's probably overloaded. Like quite. If it's only a 3.5 tonner,
Well, yeah.
that'd be one that most would be very interested in.
I think
Right, so I've left that over by the cedar for you.
Yeah, I think everything we do, we overload.
Saying that when you get all them pallets on the back, I don't fully know what the towing limit is for a tractor. I have it in my head it's 26 ton, but I think that's only if you've got like proper air brake trailers and all the rest of it. So I know the rules around haulage because I'm in it.
Well, I know that.
But I don't really know the rules around tractors. So do you want me to skip the night? Then are you in a position where?
Yeah, you can do.
Alright, right now. Oh, you're over there, okay. 1 month away on October.
October.
Yeah, I'll do. Trying to give yourself a rough idea of roughly when it's going to be daylight.
And
And the weather doesn't look bad. Is there going to be any fields ready? There isn't.
Alright. So do you want me to plant this rice
you want to
paddy
do that rice
first.
paddy, and also then after that, basically put whatever you want on 12. I'm not whether you think will work well on there.
And you're going to be setting off.
I've set the A off redoing the grass on 9.
Yeah.
I'm probably just for a change going to do the morning pallet running, and then after that I might take them over and. I totally forgot we have that one grass field in front of the farmhouse that's like not been mowed in what's about 2 years in game time. In real life, you probably won't be able to see out the house windows anymore. It's like a fucking jungle.
See, technically, I don't want. Can I?
Can you what?
Yeah. You technically can't turn the headland off, can you?
No, I think your bare minimum is 1.
One.
Which I know is annoying at times, but.
Because for a rice paddy, I'd rather just be. I'd rather not use like steer
But to be
assist.
fair, you could just set it to 1, but just ignore that headland, because all you'd have to do is make sure you start early enough and finish early enough on your sides, and you're up and down. You can still use it for steering alignment, but you'd have to just, when it finishes, keep going till you run off the side of the field. So hopefully if I do this bit first and then up to the sawmill, I'm hoping the sawmill might have done enough wood to be at the end of that.
At the temple.
Yeah. At least once the temple can get on to the next stage. I can't imagine by this point that there is a huge amount left. I think we must be well into the second half. I would hope.
It depends how much you actually took over there.
No, I mean in general of how many stages we've done.
Yeah.
There is a way of checking, but I think you've got to go into the XML files. I know it is possible, but I've never looked into it in detail, so I wouldn't actually know even what to look for.
Yeah.
You know, you can do a lot with those XML files when you know what you're editing.
Yep.
It is actually nice for it to be a game that can still be edited at that kind of. I do like the fact that it's a game that you can still manipulate just with text folders. It's not like you have to download extra programs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've kept it fairly open. Probably the reason why there's so many mods for it as well. Because I'm sure at that point it makes it easier to mod for.
Yeah, and the XMLs.
It's like I said to you when we were playing Consim, that's a game to me that I think mods would open up a whole new level to it. But some of the developers aren't. Well, just to give you more variety in machines, you know yourself. We've got to the point where we've used probably 2 or 3 different types of machines in most category.
Yeah.
That's the thing with this game, don't get me wrong, it's one of them things in this game. The brand of tractor doesn't make a difference.
No.
It's not like in real life when some are better at some things than others. It doesn't make a difference. It's just nice occasionally to sit in here and be looking at a different logo in the middle of the steering wheel. You know? That's why we swap about tractors more than anything else, because it's a bit of variety. But thanks to the mods, there's a far more variety than there would be if we're just dealing with base game.
Oh yeah.
I've figured out as well at times, if you're doing a lot of different stuff loading pallets, you know you can set it to only pick up certain ones at a time.
Yeah.
Pick all the same ones up together. It seems to like that more than trying to balance them. Right, so there's no production stopped because it's run out of material. Oh yeah, preserve food carrots. It must have run out of carrots.
Does that mean you've got to plant some more carrots in?
That means the next field that becomes available, yeah. Unless No, field 12 might be a bit overkill for carrots. Wow.
I don't know. I mean, what the hell did we get the potatoes off?
Yeah, but the potatoes we just sold over, the potatoes didn't actually go into like a production.
Well, yeah, true.
I mean, it's up to you. We can put carrots. I'll probably do that off recording because
Hmm.
the vegetable planter would take a while. But if you wanted to save 12 and I'll try and get carrots on it before next session, I've no objection to doing it. I can probably jump on at the weekend and do it.
For now, I think we should put a crop on.
Fair. There's whatever field's available next after that, then we might just do a field of carrots.
Hmm.
I mean, if we could time the growth as well, because it's a different header but the same harvester as like the spinach, the green beans, and the peas.
Yeah.
So if we could time the growth, now it looks like those three are at the same growth stage, which hopefully means they'll be ready at the same time.
Oh boy.
At least for the spinach's first growth stage, first harvest. I mean,
Yeah.
so he says having to hold it for multiple days or rent it multiple times.
Do they? Are they needing another? They won't need another fertilizer, will they?
No, 'cause I think they got one stage, didn't they?
I think they did.
The only thing on our farm that isn't 100% fertilised now is going to be that grass field.
Yeah.
And even the one you're planting has one stage on it, so you're adding the second stage.
Hmm.
Right, so that was everything from the canning factory sold.
Didn't see the amount. What was it?
About 50 grand.
Not bad.
I don't think we'd left it quite as long as last time. There was a lot more there last time.
Yeah.
So that's why. But it's all. Well, we're back up to the point where we're probably still not going to be able to put a cow barn in by the end of the day.
Probably.
Like I say, I think the one with the feeding robot, that's like 700 grand. But I think without it, it's a bit less. I'm going to wait till I get a bit more money in before I.
But with the feeding robot, don't you need?
Well, I don't particularly want to do this. I'd rather just get TMR
Yeah, but I'm
mixer.
saying, don't you need mineral feed for that?
Yeah, I'd rather do it with a TMR. I'd rather just get a mixing wagon. Do it ourselves because the thing is, because we've got it in bales, it's gonna be nice and easy. It's just 2 bales of this, 1 bale of this, 1 bale of this. Whoop whoop whoop, job done.
What's this dickhead doing?
I think it's not replanting over the grass that's already planted.
Hmm.
It can detect where the grass already is, and it's only trying to plant the other bit. Now that's gonna need rolling once it's done, but
We can't.
yeah, we can. No, the bit that he's planted, I mean.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not with a grass roller, with a field roller.
Hmm. I was gonna say, we can't roll a grass roller. Unless they fixed it, but I doubt it.
Well, you don't roll it directly. If you wait till it's grown one stage and do it, it's fine. If you do it straight after harvesting it from the field, I've since learned.
I thought they would have fixed it.
I can't guarantee that. I'm hoping they have, but I can't.
That was the weirdest thing because it always used to work. It would always work.
You know what? We can afford to buy that field for the cornfield 41. It's only 288 grand.
Yeah, but
Yeah, maybe once he's harvested it, maybe that's a future because it's a nice big field again. And that would be a great one to plant like wheat or oats on because it's so close to the damn grain mill.
hmm.
Literally the other side of the road.
Yeah. Well, no, you know what I mean? It's like in previous versions we could
You're supposed to be able to.
to
It's
roll
wrong
and it
that you can't.
refertilizes it.
Yeah, it's something. It's a bug that it can't. I'm sure of that. I think it even says in the health files about that. To roll it to refer. Well,
Yeah. But I don't get why they've never fixed it.
I don't know. Maybe they can't figure out what they broke.
But it worked in. This is the thing. It worked in previous versions.
I
So
know.
I'm just sick of this whole... Oh, well, we don't... You know, we don't know what's...
I don't know, that might not be the answer. I'm just guessing here as to why it's not been done yet. Maybe it's struggling to figure out exactly what's not happy.
Well, it's the field state, obviously. It seems to, when you roll it with a grass roller, it seems to mess up the field state. Is from what I'm seeing.
Hmm.
So I just don't know if it's related to the machine. You know, I don't know if it's related to the actual rollers, or is it related to the...
Your guess is as good as mine on that one, pal.
You know what I mean? Is it related to
Yeah.
the field coding when it's got grass on it? So, you know.
No, it's not code. It's not Cody's. It's Giants.
It's a coding.
I know you did. But I knew that'd stop you in your stride.
So, yeah. You would think they would have fixed it, because if it doesn't get fixed for the entire game, the entire time this game is out.
Maybe it has been. I'm just out of the loop. I don't honestly know. I'm not like I don't read patch logs. You're the one who tends to.
Well, look, it's never ever been mentioned in any patch notes that I've seen. Because technically it would just be classed as a... Because when they do that, they tend to do just QOL and bugs, bug fix. Sometimes they never state what's...
What
sometimes
the
they
actual bug
do.
was.
Yeah, sometimes they do, just sometimes they don't. Sometimes these days you'll rarely get a dev that...
Oh, thank you for that game.
What?
I loaded all the cement bags, had to jump off and move on because he didn't strap it well, and as I turned round to get back in the tractor, whacked my shins on a freshly spawned pallet of it.
Ah.
That was already like two pallets of goat's milk. I think they're like eggs though, I think they spawn before they're full.
Yeah, they do.
So obviously worth hanging on till they're a bit more in them.
We got oats down. I don't know.
No, we should wait to put them on 12.
That's why I asked.
Yeah, if you want to put them down, oats are always good. Oats actually give you the best return in terms of flour, because it's literally like 1-to-1.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going by.
If you remember, it's like 1,000 litres of oats gives you 1,000 litres of flour, whereas everything else, if you look, you lose some product. It's like, I think wheat is like 15, wheat gives you like 12 flour, so it's not a lot.
Hmm. Don't worry, I'm going by down the field now.
So I
was just having to top up.
Sorry, I should have put some back on the dragon, shouldn't I? But as you said, it was kind of full of fertilizer.
Yeah.
So the AI has actually managed to work out pretty well the bits it needs to plant and the bits it doesn't. I'm actually kind of impressed.
Yeah, I did do a little bit of the grass field by the
Well, it missed part of a headland, didn't it? And then it seems to have gone back and redone it.
Yeah.
Maybe the AI has had like improvements. Well, it definitely has had improvements, but it just now selects what colour of crayon it eats. It doesn't put its hand in randomly. Top the valve truck because I'm passing a filling station. Make sure to swipe the points card on that sale. So you're going to be looking for, I don't know when it's launched as a day, you're going to be looking at this Coaches in Euro Truck when it launches?
Maybe not.
This makes me kind of think it'd be right up your alley.
Yeah, but
There's going to be an interesting little mini-series on it for the channel.
I just have to reinstall everything again.
Coach Tours with Chris.
If I was going to do that...
It's got a nice ring to it.
If I was going to do that, I'd do Fernbus.
I just think it'd be interesting. I might have a look at it, but I think it'd be interesting.
I need to see more.
I
need to see more details before I make a decision. If I'm honest.
Yeah. Right, so that was the wood beam sold to the temple.
Nice.
So the temple requires another 10,000 litres of beams and has 4,000, so it needs more yet. That's alright, because I believe the sawmill has still got wood, like nearly 100,000 litres worth, thanks to my forestry efforts the other day.
Yeah.
I might do that again over the week. If I come on the weekend to do anything, I might just do that, then that's there ready for us. On Monday? On Wednesday? Will be next Wednesday now, won't it?
Yeah. Well, if.
Yeah. I get used to all the, like, there's a couple of trailers worth of wood there ready loaded just to bring up. Won't be a bad idea.
But yeah, because obviously.
Honestly, that's the narrowest pole in existence. I could have gone either side of it perfectly, and I somehow managed to square on hit it.
Yeah. Because tonight I don't need to. Don't swap. I was going to say don't swap the server over. I'm not going to swap the server over yet. Yeah.
Well, I can't guarantee it'll be tomorrow. Cause obviously, we're back on tomorrow night for Crafter, but
yeah, I know, but I'm saying
maybe a weekend job or somewhere where I manage to just jump on for a little bit.
Because
do a little bit of work.
At the moment, I've had to take I've had to take the save game off. Well, not off the server, but I've had to bring the save game off the server to then. I've got to do it in a single player to then re-upload it to the server.
Fair enough. Otherwise, like, you're going to edit somewhere, so.
No.
Are you sat in with an AI drive?
Yeah.
There we go. I could see the AI logo and your thing on it. I was like, what?
Well, I hardly ever use the AI. It's you that does. You've used the AI more than me. I just wanted to see how.
Yeah, that.
Let's see how the AI would react with this.
It's not as smooth as you could be. It's not as good as a person can be in terms of, like, turning and that, but it doesn't do a terrible job.
Because no, obviously 1.1 dropped for Satisfactory. They were quick at updating the server, I'll give them that. Usually we're waiting 24, 48 hours, but by the time we finished streaming, I shut the server down, left it for 5 or 10 minutes, restarted the server and went back on. Yeah, behold, 1.1 was there to be able to use.
No, okay.
Because usually on a version release of some games, they can be a little bit slow to get the update, but because it launched at like 4 in the afternoon our time, so it's like 5 their time.
They were able to get on with it and do it.
They managed to get, because it was a big thing and they know how many people play Satisfactory and stuff. It's a case of, well, they got on and did it. But I noticed because we had to trick Steam, because we couldn't use 1.1 at that point.
You had to trick Steam into running you back to the older version.
We had to basically tricked Steam into thinking we'd got the latest version, but we actually hadn't. And the server runs off your game version. So at the time we streamed, because I had the server running and I was on in the game, once I'd changed the version,
Yeah.
It wouldn't do any background updates.
Right.
So it wouldn't automatically update the game, but I think that's what it was preparing in the background, because I was seeing quite a lot of oddities.
Yeah.
While we were streaming.
Fair enough.
And then, like I say, I stopped it after we'd finished, stopped the server, shut it down, restarted it. Well, shut it down, updated my satisfactory, restarted, and
all was good.
Yeah, but I've had to bring it off the server because I'm noticing that while I'm trying to redo a remake of a thing, I'm seeing oddities in terms of clicking.
All right.
It's a UI. It's either a UI or a UX thing.
One of the oddity we found clicking in Planet Death.
A little bit like that, but whereas you're building something, it's slow. It's quite slow on the uptake to register.
Yeah.
Even though the server's running fine. So I don't, like I said, there's a little bit of oddity, but that way, if I'm in a single player, I can just...
You can mess around with it, yeah.
Get on with it. Because what I'm doing is I need it to be done before Tuesday, so... I've got to be pretty much...
Got to be on the ball.
Yeah. And obviously, like... At this point, I'm not going to edit anything until Friday. Well, I can't do Saturday, so...
Aye.
I can Saturday night, but... Depends what time I get
Depends
back.
how you feel when you get back. You might get back and just want to chill for a bit.
Yeah. Well, I've got...
you driving down?
Yeah.
So yes, by the time you're driving down and back, you might not feel like doing...
stuff. Well, I need to catch up with quality when I get back. I'll need to catch up with quality. Because like I said, by the time quality's going on, there's a show going on, so... Kind of gutted that, to be honest, that Stroll's back for Canada, because...
I know, it would have been kind of nice to see Bottas.
Or
Drogovic.
Another reserve, but I think Drogovic was...
As you say, a lot of them were Le Mans bound, weren't they?
Unfortunately, I keep hearing rumours that I'm kind of not impressed with. It's not that I'm not impressed. What the hell was that?
It's me doing some purchasing, don't panic.
254 grand?
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's bloody Woodland.
Nope.
Oh, right, okay.
It's a cow barn.
Did you move all the stuff?
Yes, I have. As for the cow barn, it's now in.
Yeah. Nice.
So it's planted meadow, so we've got the option. So once... so we could get some buffalo in now and they could start eating meadow grass. I know it's not 100% productivity, but it will get them going.
Because they need TMR, don't they?
Well, the way it works, you can feed them. Meadow grass is 40%, as is regular grass. Just silage is 80%. Just hay is 80%, and we have hay. So we can give them that to get going, which is 80% effectiveness, 80% milk production. Then once you get onto TMR, that's 100%.
Yeah. I missed a bit.
There's the cows.
Jesus. Buffaloes.
Buffaloes. Yeah, water buffalo, of course. Although ironically, there's no water in the pasture, so I hope they're going to be alright. So what I'm going to do now is give them some hay bales just to get them going.
Hmm.
And that's the barn full as well. 67 animals was the max capacity with a nice big pen.
Yeah.
That only means we can't breed any, which is a little unfortunate, but I'd rather have full scale production than.
Well, yeah.